Good evening, everyone. How is it going, Archsmith? Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you. What is up? Welcome in, raiders. My name is Connor, or ConnorConCarne. You can also check me out on my YouTube channel there, where I do all sorts of Guild Wars 2 guides. And Afaro, thanks for the standing desk as well. Starting off strong. How are you going? Yeah, Archsmith, what did you get up to on your stream? Tell us all about it. And everyone, go check out Archsmith over on their Twitch channel. What is up? How are you going? Gossek, it's good to see you. Angry Phil, what is up? And Faro, thanks for the hydrate. I appreciate that. It's good because we are on now the tail end of our cold, which is good. Yeah, yes, I did not feel particularly flash. Did you have to mimic the standing desk? Hell yeah. Dalek, what is up? It's great to see you. But yeah, we're feeling mostly better today. Still not 100%, but workable. And Senjiroth, welcome in. You're looking to get back into Guild Wars 2. Is open world build the most used when getting started? There's a wide variety of builds that are used in all different areas of the game. It really just depends on what type of area you're going into. But yeah, honestly, I'd probably, in your case, I think you said something else there as well. You're 3 level 80, but you do want to start over because you've got everything about the game already. In that case, what I'd recommend is probably make a new character, level it up, and then sort of as you level up, have a think about what areas of the game do you want to do. Do you want to focus on open world? Do you want to do raids? Do you want to do strikes? Do you want to do world versus world? Because that will sort of dictate what kind of build. But just going through, making a new character, working on the story, getting access to new areas is a great way to go through and do it. And are there any classes that you're kind of interested in playing? And Archsmith, Strikes and Fractals worked on Fractal Backpack a bit, then some Stellar Blade. That sounds fantastic. How was Stellar Blade going? And have you seen the blog post? I did have a read of that last night. And overall, so I think the gist of the blog post is that, yes, we are getting elite specs. So yeah, new trait line to play with, which is great. New class mechanics. No new weapons, though, which... that doesn't really surprise me, because even we've talked about this before in a few past streams. They are sort of running out in some cases of new weapons to throw at classes, so I can sort of see them not adding new ones, whereas they do have a lot of room to expand out mechanics. Cell Blade was a lot of fun, but you're terrible at powering. I'm glad it was fantastic. Essentially, open world is mostly doing meta events and exploring the map, right? Does allow you to also get into the story. You're looking at Ellie, Mesmer, or Warrior. All great choices, honestly. Make each of them. It's all a good choice. When people talk about open world builds, there's two sort of types of build. They'll normally be like, one will be what's like a typical raid DPS build, but with a few slight changes to it to make it a bit more user-friendly and open world. Might give itself some more buffs, might give itself some more stun breaks, make it a bit more survivable and stuff like that. And then you will also have open world builds that are designed to basically allow you to solo incredibly hard group events and stuff like that. So then you're starting to talk about builds made by people like Lord Hyzen. I've got one that I use for Spectre on Thief. Every class will have access to them. All of those builds, nonetheless, will be suitable for story. Basically, any random build that you could possibly throw together will be suitable for the story. The story is not particularly difficult. Atlantics, welcome in. What game are you playing? Looks fun. We are playing Guild Wars 2 today, and we do have a bit of admin to get started with, because we need to form up some convergences, and that does take a while, so let's get cracking. You think, on Sparks, what's up? It's great to see you. You think X-Pack 1 is reminding you of the old feature pack releases? Yeah, I definitely get that feeling as well, in the sense they're focusing on more just general quality of life features, which I think it is a good thing for them to do, because rather than pushing out story with each patch, they can then sort of concentrate it into a bit more substantial story in some of the patches, rather than, you know, a small amount of story in each. I think it'll make each thing feel a bit more impactful. And also there's a lot of, it's been a long running joke in Guild Wars 2, it's a bunch of spaghetti code held together by hopes and dreams, so them actually going back and fixing a lot of these old systems, refining them, making them more coherent. I think that is a great thing overall from the game. And potentially they were also talking about making raids and stuff more accessible, and strikes maybe potentially like merging. I might be inferring this, merging some of the currencies, and they talked about refining the UI as well. So I don't know if there's potentially some LFG refinements there, which is something the game has needed for a very long time. And angry for how squishy Ellie's in general, the open Condi Tempest build you try is one of the tankiest builds you've ever played. Oh yeah, there's great open world builds for each. Time will tell if it's a good thing. If the initial X-Pack drop has little content, it won't end well. Yeah, definitely. That initial X-Pack drop, that needs to land with a good amount of content. Which I feel like they've done really well with that. The initial Janthir drop was great. The initial Soto drop was great. So we are going to create squad. Let's go Janthir Wilds, Convergences. Convergence. Let's go Janthir Wilds, Convergence, CMs. All 3 state roll. And you're looking at balance build, like his 3 Meteor, Fire Ellie build, and the Phantasm Chrono build for open world. Yeah, Valen will have great builds, especially for open world as well. But overall, I like the direction they will be going with the new X-Pack. I'm a huge fan of quality of life changes. Like, my favourite change that I have seen is, mine recently has been just the provision token change. Oh, well, that's actually starting to fill insanely quickly, actually. Let's start getting people in. Anyone wants to join on up here. Okay. So we have myself, PD, Darth, and Dame Vamp. Dame Vamp is in. Let's get PD in here. And see if Darth is here. Darth is here as well. I call that... Ooh, that started filling like real quick. Right, okay.
Is this too?
This, my furry friend.
Okay, so lose control. Let's get rid of that.
Is a device commonly used to.
No, this is going to be hard to find them actually. Lose control is Broncles.
Well, it allows you to travel great distances.
Oh shit,
quite
H.
quickly.
A healer.
It is.
And Dame, you want to be Ham. Perfect. You'll be a healer. Oh, PD, thank you so much, mate. You're an absolute legend.
Should you need to reach the fishing village with great
Hell
haste,
yeah.
you can.
So that's his giveaway account. I love it.
What about the hunting lodge?
Yes, I believe we did set one up at the far outpost. Yes.
Not really. I'll add instructions in squad message. Let's go. Lowland Shore. Oh, cool, that's actually started to fill insanely quickly. I love it. I'm gonna need more of these. Need to buy more. And let's get just 2 more. Buy. I've got this. Cool. That's taken care of. Go a DPS Tempest Mace. Okay. I'm just going to put them as just a healer, just purely so I can identify things a bit more. All those in sub 1. Say in squad chat if you can provide boons. Okay, so I will do QDPS. These. Pyrus. Go a heal. Iris will go A heal. They say they can fill. Right. And Spikelist, what are Convergence? I still have to play through Soto, yet Janthir is kind of like Dragonstorm? Kind of like that, yes. Okay. All three.
The Emperor feared my great power. Do you?
Let's go
That scared me.
quick, alack, DPS, state roll. Any more quickness in sub 1? Okay, so here, let's go Janthir Wilds Convergence. Big just automation going on. Okay. Notepad. Okay, go Q DPS. TY/D. Okay, so Junk Rev will be, oh, Q DPS. And they will be Q DPS. Oh, so good, I can do it from there as well. Good. Stream really choppy? Let's see. That should be okay for now. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, let me know if there's any other issues. It looks like the encoding issues have stopped. Okay. Sub 1 to 2. Sub 3 to 4. Sub 5 to 6. Sub 7 to 8. Sub 9 to 10. Okay. I'm north west camp. Let's go. Oh, this will be west camp. West camp. North west camp. This will be north camp. And yeah, everyone feel free to steal these instructions. Northeast camp. Southeast camp. There we go. Okay. We got an Alack DPS, Karonka. There we go. I'm just going to put them as an Alack healer. Perfect. Okay, yeah. Hopefully everything's all sorted in terms of encoding shenanigans. There we go. Drag them in. DPS. Nice. Why is that there? Off you go. Don't need that. Okay. That's all coming together now. State roll on join. There we go. Edit squad message. There we go. Now, this should be pretty chill. I will also, I've just got, is that Power Vindy? Or that's Renegade. Give us Power Quickness Herald. Yeah, that's fine. Cool, that is coming together. I can turn off option B. You don't need the boon table. That's not going to be helping anything. Okay. Yeah, looks like there's no more issues with the stream. Okay. So other instructions we need here. I did have these before, but I deleted them because I didn't think I would need them again. Okay. Let's check objectives. And that's all good, Grey Dude. And I mean, feel free to join on up. It's going to take me a little bit to finish forming these up. Because, yeah, group's half full now. But, yeah, it has slowed a bit. So that is fine. Hybrid Alack heal, that's fine. Not fussed about the specifics there. You're Alack, you go blue, you get dragged into that subgroup. Okay. Sub 1. Let's actually change this a bit. Sub 1. Base camp. Sub 2. West camp. There we go. Let's grab that. And if anyone wants to join on up here. Gossek, thank you so much for the sub, mate. I appreciate that.
Gossek, cat dance, Gossek,
You're an
cat
absolute
dance,
legend.
Gossek,
Thank
hype,
you.
cat, Gossek, hype, cat, Gossek, hype, cat, Gossek, cat dance, Gossek, cat dance, Gossek, cat dance.
We've got DPS there. Nice, that's coming in. So what is Alacrity anyways? Alacrity is the boon that shortens your skill cooldown. So it means you can attack more often. Quickness makes you attack faster. Alacrity means you attack more often. It's a cat dance. I love how it reads out the actual emote names. Okay. So we have that now. But yeah, so your offensive boons in Guild Wars 2 are really the main boons you want to maximize your damage. Is going to be Alacrity, so you can use skills more often. Quickness, so you can attack faster. Might, your attacks do more damage. And Fury, so your attacks crit more often. Once you combine all those, you start getting the bonkers damage numbers. So that's why having all the boons for Guild Wars 2 in your group compositions really important. No worries, mate. Hope it gets sorted soon. Okay. Okay. Drag supplies from base camp to your designated camp. Defend Thumper once it's built. Okay. Or is Cam or audio not synced with the video? Oh, that's annoying. You know what? That might just be a thing we have to deal with. That does happen on occasion. Hang on, I'll see. Testing, testing. Alright, yeah, it might just be a little bit out of sync. Oh well, it might fix itself later. It also might not, so we'll see. Okay. Once it's built, so we've done that.
Everything has unfolded as I knew.
Built. Cool, let's just do that. Control C. Sounds like a job for the tinkerer. I don't think there's too much I can really do to fix that, unfortunately.
Watch for changing pattern within the dance shop. See if you can handle the might of my deaf rhythm.
Yeah.
Let us dance together.
Yeah, I think that's mostly just there was a bit of like an encoding area on the streaming PC, and short of me taking the stream down, I can't fix that. So yeah, that's just gonna be there. There we go. Just updating squad message. Beautiful. And if anyone at all wants to join there, join up there. I can turn off pathing as well, don't need to see it.
Insult you by going too easy. I never. Let's
Oh, we're
step
looking for
things
bouncer. And I've got to keep arc DPS up. What's that? Sidestep. We've got a lack DPS, so they are done there. Moors, we've got Q DPS, so they are done. /D. Cool, back in squad chat. We are half full now.
Oh, a partner. Charmed I am.
Sidestep.
Don't work as they used to, but the moves come as second nature by this point. Just follow my lead.
Yes, boy. But our finale has arrived. Let us now.
And that's Bee's Knees. Don't know how I just know these intrinsically.
Shed the vital hustle of
And have a good sleep, Gosek, and thank you for the sub.
shut there. An absolute
And last, how's it going? It's great to see you.
spell of this one.
Turn that off. Cool, we're on 26. Stay there.
What? Nice gear.
This, my furry friend, is a waypoint.
I'm making cold brew coffee this past week instead of normal coffee. It's been really nice and refreshing. Oh, cold brew coffee, especially when it's hot, is really underrated. It's so good, and it often ends up being like just so much smoother as well, I find, than regular hot coffee.
Quite quickly.
Quite often in summer, normally Jess and I always just make our coffee in a French press, but what we can do is you just put in like extra coffee,
Your people,
like,
but I
you know,
promise
quite a bit of extra coffee, fill it with cold water, put it in the French press, just leave it there, pop it in the fridge overnight, wake up, plunge it, just easy cold brew, and it's really, really good. You like how the thing from Soto, they decided to iterate on, was the yoga from Dactyl? Yep, they just brought that in. And let's go in R here, warming up for all 3 Janthir Wilds Convergence CMs, if anyone is keen. There we go. Just in case anyone is interested. Add a party here. Looking for quickness and alacrity, if anyone can provide it. I'm going to lock subs so people can't be dragging themselves. You should have permissions to. Alright. Where's our ping sitting at? Nice, it's not too bad. So let's wait on that to fill. Alright, we'll definitely do them on this character, so that's fine. What I can also do in the meantime, actually, map comp. That's good. We've got all our instructions there, so we are good. Cool, we've got quickness. Drag them there. I need to turn on the show me everything. It's because I was getting a thumbnail for a video. TY.
I like it.
It's nice to have all the boons, but it's not critical. This will work just fine. Don't know why the lighting's a bit different today, but that's fine. It is what it is. We'll roll with it. Collect resources. Nice. I do love this. This is a nice feature. Go Q DPS. There we go. Q DPS. Oh, that feature is so good. Love that add-on. Go a heal. Alacrity healer. Drag them in. Sure. 10 quick and 10 alac ideally. Won't matter all that much for us to get silver, at least. And Volpigs, yes please. There we go. If we can just get a lac, there we go. If we can get the boon sorted, that makes everything easier. And that's explained this game in 30 seconds. So Guild Wars 2 is an MMO in the same vein as World of Warcraft, but with a much more sort of action-based combat system. It actually plays somewhat similar to a Souls game in how you move and control your character. You've got 9 different classes, each with 3 different elite specializations or subclasses. It's got a nice story to go along with it, and it has sort of your typical player versus environment, your PvE, as well as world versus world, which is large-scale open-world PvP with giant zergs of people blasting into each other, and structured PvP, which is a 5 versus 5 game mode. Which add-on is that for the boon icons? That is the squad roles add-on there, which you can find out how to install on that Reddit post there. Not through Nexus, unfortunately. Go Q DPS. It's not on Nexus, unfortunately. But still super easy to install. I have not had an issue with it. But good, that is filling.
Quickly.
Is it was too dead? Is it? I don't know. I haven't actually checked it for a while. Just, is it dead? No. Cool. Good to know. We can keep playing then. Now, I need to actually use these for something instead of just arbitrarily collecting them. That's good. The group's like most of the way towards field now. We're over halfway, which that's good. Yeah, you were worried there for a second, but thank God for that website. Yeah, I don't know what we do without that website.
That's how I do it.
QDPS, perfect.
And certainly neither quick
Oh, so helpful.
Let's hustle. We need to get this fuel back to camp. At least we got
Either is fine. Your choice. Just need the boon. Jin, there will be quickness, that's fine. On 33 peeps.
Fury is mine. Nothing can bring me down.
Cool, that one is now done. /D, back into squad chat. Organization is coming on well. Okay, so let's do Sparkfly then while we wait. And turn on our pathing packs. Perfect. Almost done with boons. What is that? Don't need to see that. Yep, that would be me. And yes, we did join Steven's Doom CM a couple days ago. That was good. Free Doom CM on NA. What is that path? Oh, I can turn that off, yeah. And what's the nice add-on lets you mark your squad with roles? Great question. It's the squad role add-on. There we go. You can check that there. Incredibly helpful. 35. Oh, nice. You agree? Was an incredibly easy CM. Yeah, that was insane how easy that Doom CM was. But yeah, everyone just come on in. It's good. Our cold is mostly better. We're like, I'd say 90% better. Yesterday did not feel amazing, but we've come back stronger than ever. And /D, back to squad chat. Heals a lack. They are an alack healer. I need 2 more alack. TY, there we go. Hey Steven, thank you for the follow, and thank you for leading that Doom CM the other day. You absolutely blasted it. I was honestly like not planning at all on doing a Doom CM that night. It's been something that I have needed on my NA account for quite some time. But yeah, that was awesome. Not a heal as in literally anything else. Okay, go Q DPS, then Aurora, if you specified. Any others you need? Just a little bit more quickness and a lack. Like, we're super close to having everything. We need like 1 more quickness and 2 more lack. Swap? Yeah, swap. Honestly, for getting at least silver on here so everyone can get their boons, or get their relics, it's not that important. Oh, you meant raids for your NA account? I'll check actually. There's a few others. Raids. That's right, Gambit. Yeah, so I think I need... Have I done Kadim CM? Oh yeah, I need to do Kadim 1 CM. Done that on EU. Done that. I mean, there's Wing 8, but I'm not worried about those. I need a Deimos CM, I think? Yeah, Deimos CM and Kadim CM are like the last sort of remaining ones. And what's that grey doodad? So I think we have them all on EU, I just haven't really got around to doing them on NA. It will be good to eventually do HTCM on here as well. What's this potion set? What's it want? I don't know, just throw it there. Did you do KOCM and OLCCM on NA? No, I don't think I've done those. There's a lot of copies there, great doodad.
Might makes me right.
That is a lot. Very nice. Do we just pick these up? It's going to lob it there. Cool. Oh well, guess we'll just do that. And like, I'm kind of at the point now where we're fine for boons. Like, there might be some people who don't get it, but nah, it's fine. DPS, good.
They never will. They're determined to be the last hiding tribe.
Let's get the water gun.
Thank you for
Nice, job done. Oh, we need to actually go get this. Can't disregard the pathing pack. Okay, go /D, TY. So I think, yeah, we just need one more alack and one more quick, then we're done. A DPS. Cool, so now I literally just need quick. Nice, we have all of that sorted. Let's just go burn some more of these, I guess. And I'll shoot you an invite there, great dude. Just like join up as soon as you can. And it'll probably be 5 minutes before we start up based on the rate that this is going. Cool, that one's done. We're on 40. Good. So I just need one more quickness and then I can just fill with DPS. Down there. Oh, cool. That's like done. /S. Paste marker. Move back. Good. We'll eventually get this done, then we can craft ourselves another, well, hopefully 2 legendaries to sell. And that will fund our remaining underwater sigils on EU, and it's going to be very fun. Bit this way. Oh, nice. We actually still got that, but then we shot past there, but that's fine. We can sky scale the remainder. 42.
Spread my legend.
It's good. These did not take as long to fill as I thought.
We live in dangerous times.
Nothing.
Just instantly gone.
Seize the moment.
It's always fun.
We live in dangerous times.
Okay, amazingly mesmer. What did I assign them? Cheers. The heads up, but yeesh. Okay, I'll try and do that, actually. That might actually make my life easier. Thank you. Edit. Quick. Alack. DPS. Pay heals. Okay, let's go remove bold pixels there. Advertise. And CRISPR is a DPS. Okay. Okay. Zorgs. Go Q heal now. Of course, they go there. Perfect. Okay, so now I just need DPS. Okay, as soon as that fills, how far's the range on this? Let's find out. 44. Is a DPS the same symbol as a heal? No, they've got different icons, but I'm not differentiating between them for now. Good on boons. Extra won't hurt. Stay Q DPS. Yeah, I'll just keep them there. It's fine. Have tried change to illusionary reversion or chrono? No, I haven't yet. I haven't actually touched chrono since the last changes. So what has been the change to that?
I'm sworn to protect this place.
I love that. Just one dodge, it's gone.
You'll be safe on my watch.
Pain.
Illusionary version, shatter skills, generate a clone, and grant alacrity if you have enough clones present. That sounds pretty good. Nice. That does sound very, very good. Cool. Have we finished that one? I think we have. Good. .45 and Great Doodad is in. Excellent. We'll enter as soon as we fill and I sort subgroups. Effectively, Chronic can self-sustain its own boons again. Hell yeah, that sounds great. I'm done.
Fight me. Might makes me right.
Done that. And just back and say chat. 46. Maybe once we get to 48, then I'll swap back in, because I need to actually start sorting subgroups. So one of the tricky parts about organising convergences, they just take a long time to fill. So it's 50 peeps you've got to organise. But we're almost there. On the home stretch now. 4 more people, and I think I literally just need DPS, and I have asked for it. So we shall receive. Skimmer it through there. We're done with that. We did try and get all the hero points via World vs. World, so I think we just actually consumed them too quickly.
Nothing can bring me down.
And mount up. It's super comfy for running open world since you take that trait over improved the lack. That sounds really, really good. Okay, 46 people. It's taken a little bit.
Nothing can bring me down.
Are you hurt?
I'm alive. That is all that matters. The beach is ours again.
Okay. Nice, that one is complete. 7.
Nothing can bring me down. I like it.
48. Okay. Now is the time for us to enter and also turn off pathing. We no longer need it. 'Tis not required. But yeah, there's not really any need for comms for this. Alright. So, let's put me in... I'll go in sub 2. I'll go in sub 1. Cabbages. Alright.
Spoiled they are. Get them in hand before they leave me a crop of tooth marks.
Outlander, how'd you like to cuddle some sweet tourniquets and help bring them home to their cozy pen?
Okay. 50. We got them. Arranging subs.
Structure, not coddling.
And now I have distributed quickness and alacrity. I am just dragging DPS arbitrarily into subgroups. So make sure there is a good, good distribution of damage and boons as well. So you get your quickness and a lack. That's 2 people in each subgroup. Then you fill the remaining 3 slots with DPS. Yeah, unironically, the hardest part done, it is getting people. Check your subs for where to go during pre-phase. Entering. Oh, cool. We're just going in. And feedback doesn't work on Convergence for Greer, right? You never checked? I honestly don't know. Just going to do enough damage where it doesn't matter. Everyone come in as soon as possible. D. Let's go G. I don't actually have any power food. Someone pop down some power food. Oh well, I'll take this food. It's fine. It does not matter. Is this Guild Wars too lofty? It is. Go get your spirits ready. Anthem's chanting. Everything's going to be fine. Yes. Oh, yeah, Stephen, you put some power food? Excellent, thank you. Yeah, I need to actually craft some more. I accidentally crafted 100 of the boon duration, or was it the concentration and ferocity food, which was really bad.
Urge to kill rising.
Because I did not pay attention. I was all set to craft 100 of the actual power food. Never tried Janthir Convergence, only done Soto. Which do you enjoy the most? Honestly, I think I enjoy Janthir the most. Come to Lowland Shore. This isn't a Hello Kitty Island adventure. One day, one day. If you don't see the pop-up, go to character, select, and back in. Hey Pip, how's it going? It's great to see you. You played Guild Wars 1, which was insane. Didn't have time for Guild Wars 2 due to work. So sorry to hear that. I do recommend you give it a shot. It is fantastic fun. No. We are already in. So no need for motivation. Got the Guild Heroes banner, perfect.
Urge to kill rising.
Your motivation to get at him. So sorry to hear that, Space. Okay, hang on. Let's kick from squad. If people are straight up offline, I will replace. If anyone else wants to come, we have one more spot open. It's good. The organization aspect is almost done. Come on in. Whisper. Come on in. Well, the hard parts about organising convergences is waiting for 50 people. I'll give it like another minute and then I will just start. Because we have peeps waiting. Crips, come on in. Lion's Arch, Divinity's Reach. I wonder if the spirits from new ritual sleeves spec work like Kala spirits / spirit weapons from Guardian, or actual rooted summons like spirits, or if they're going to be spirits at all. Yeah, I'm very, very keen to see. I forgot you ain't got that map unlocked on your warrior yet. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, if you haven't unlocked another character, you can do it on that. Or feel free to, like, join on in through that way. Okay. There we go. We got someone in. Good. Excellent. We got everyone coming in. Lowland Shore, they will be entering. Challenge mode. What are the squad locations again? Check in the squad message. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Just do... yeah, Decima first.
Return, my friend.
Cool, starting now. And I'm in squad 2.
Supply caravan?
I'm in West Camp.
When do we get to the exciting part?
Sub 1 stay. Ah! Okay. Sub 1 stay at base camp. Oh, I toggled walk. Oh no. I will probably replace Boggs as soon as we get to base camp if they're not making moves, unfortunately. Oh yeah, just kill things here. Oh, no FPS. That's fine. Oh, ooh. Yep, full squad. That will happen. They're converged. I've seen walk only mode. You had no chance of gold then. Coco, how's it going? Got someone in. Huzzah. Yes. Grab supplies. Take to your designated spot. Alright, so I lose my mind, make him sit in armor. How are you? I'm going very, very well, thank you for asking.
Celebrate small cubs. New challenge had only just begun. The caravan was transporting parts.
See?
A very important device. A tectonic thumper.
Tectonic.
Check.
Stoic Alder?
Squad message for locations.
Well, you see, it's
Then protect your camp. Faster we do this, Dupree, better chance for gold.
over the item. Heroes are in land of heroes set up there. An astral ward set up
Alright.
the Wayfinder. Her name was Misha Foewenser, and she was the inventor of the tectonic thumper.
Snorkeling and make yourself useful.
Was rather
This thumper may be up and running, but it requires calibrated magic to work on.
Then let's dig here.
this far
Cool, that's done.
nicely. The Wayfinder thought to themselves in satisfaction.
Oh, cool, I think that one is coming on now. And Charlene, how's it going? Right now we are doing a Convergence CM for Janthir Wilds. So we're in sort of the pre-event phase where people are sort of building up their sort of little stations here they have to defend, and sort of pre-event they have to do before this boss. And cool. Okay, squad message.
To life, magic essence began to spew forth from its existence.
That was a blast.
Defend your camp.
Titan spawn maintaining the shadows.
Yeah, CM is challenge mode, like a harder version, yes. And we need to do the challenge mode basically to unlock some of the relics for people. The new relics that are introduced, they're dependent on you actually doing the challenge modes for this, or at least getting silver in them, which is pretty good. Hey Chirox, welcome in. Ah, nice to be another fellow sub too. But yeah, as long, like, we'll see how we go in terms of time for this. I think it's basically guaranteed that we will at least get silver, so there's that. Yeah, you can sort of think of it like a big sort of almost open world style raid.
It has been too long. Allow me to act.
But yeah, just one boss only. So yeah, we're doing this pre-event here. We just have to kill things, collect essence, turn it in.
Strong.
Let me just turn off arc DPS now. I don't really need to see it. Sven, how are you going? It's so good to see you.
Now that's a comp.
You basically lure out the boss by doing events around the map and hit the boss and chase the boss and hit again. Yep, that's really kind of it. How goes CMs? We have just started up our first CM here, and it's going okay. Florio, welcome in. It seems these pre-events have actually, you know, we've progressed them quite quickly. So, I know there's a chance we get gold. But we will at least get silver. Yeah, try not to go down, else you lose your essences. You're very sad about it. heal. Yeah, the faster we kill these, the better.
Too strong.
How's the stream audio and video decent going? Has that resolved itself or is it still there?
I demand that you release me.
Just doing it's good for you? Excellent. Okay, maybe a refresh might help you there, Afaro.
And then the frozen soil. Allow the Wavefinder to rise once more.
Essence once you complete your base camp. All good since last encoding lag, but it's a really small delay if you have to nitpick. Okay, we'll take a really small delay then, that's fine. Which boss are you doing first? We're doing Decima first. Okay, cool.
Under the full force of the tectonic thumper, the mighty machine.
Boss now.
From Mountain's very core. Unable to stand the noise and fury any longer, the Titan at last angrily surfaced. Her name was Decima.
And we'll see how quickly that one went. I don't know if we'll get gold with that time, but like we'll at least get silver. Are you running with dedicated healers? Mostly dedicated healers. Like they're mostly a lack heal, there might be a few Q heal, put in there some ADPS. I wasn't perfectly strict with the have a healer in each subgroup. What build variant do you usually bring to Convergences, Raid or Open World? I'd bring Raid. Yep, should not have done that. That was silly bones, what that was. Yeah, because for Decima and Uri, you really don't need full healer builds. Yeah, honestly, like, you don't need them. I completely agree. And I didn't even specify healers, I just asked for, like, quick and a lack. And then just worked with what I've got. It's always a bit of a trade-off between, you know, optimize the squad composition, actually just getting the squad off the ground. So I'm glad we're actually able to honestly get these up and going within not a terrible amount of time. That's pretty standard for how long it takes to pull together a full Convergence group. Like, everyone's boons are covered. So yeah. So full 50-man Necronus Convergence CMs, that would be great. Just go pick up more essence. Something like that.
I have returned to fight at your side.
Let's go Horde Essence for DPS.
And gave chase.
Okay, Titan is back. Let's be careful of some of those attacks. They might not actually render for a little bit. I just had them all be power so they can give themselves their own quickness. Stability, yeah, just ignore mechanics, get the res. Oh, don't move that around the group. They're just going to tank our DPS a bit.
Our moment has finally come.
Let's try and pick up as much essence as we can, given we lost a bit. That.
I have returned to fight at your side.
Pick up tons of essence.
Our moment has finally come.
Extend out our boons, start providing more quick. Okay, mount up. Start heading out this way. Gonna track down the Titan. And you can just keep constantly dashing through these basically, because each of these Titan stench orbs are going to refill your endurance. So we want to try and get these as quick as we can. As fast as we get them, the faster we can get back to the boss. And then as soon as it's drawn to the surface, you'll get a special action key, blast it. And just be a bit careful when you port in, because some of the boss's attacks won't actually render on screen until probably about now.
I have returned to fight at your
So just don't dive into the boss hitbox, else you will just get one shot and it's going to be really unpleasant. Those are fine. See essences, pick them up. Go grab some essences now that they are lying around, because it also buffs your damage quite significantly. Don't stand right in the boss's hitbox for that attack, so you're going to get one shot. Oh boy. So if you see the red arrow, you're going to have to kind of just take it on yourself to get away from it. That was a very expensive maneuver there. Okay, once we kill this boss, then we'll take a break before the next one. Dodge out of that. And then you're quite a few down there, unfortunately. I'm not far off done. Just keep pumping out your DPS rotations. How much different are the CM convergences? Honestly, for the Janthir ones, not really. Like, there's just you know, your chance to get gold, silver, and bronze on them, and better rewards. Functionally, in terms of mechanics, there's not really any noticeable difference that I'm aware of. I think the boss might technically do some more damage, might have some more health, but there's nothing really that's standing out, being like, oh, this is the CM mechanic. Like, overall, I think doing the Soto ones is harder. Especially Umbriel. Wait for the boss's attacks to render. Obviously, the hardest part about Convergence CMs is just organizing them. It's coordinating a group of 50 people and just getting them lined up. So at least for the public one, everyone's just going to be there on time, so you'll get in and just blast it. Whereas, yeah, it's more organisation to get the CM one up. Yeah, Umbriel's the one with the spinning axes. No, I'm just going to stay well away from that. Okay, we lost a few. Oh, look at that AoE. That is truly one of the AoEs of all times. Yeah, all of the other Soto, like, Convergent CMs are relatively chill, I think, but the Umbriel one, oh, that one's brutal. Oh, that's a moving arrow. Yeah, honestly, going for a healer for Umbreal is good. So it's also hard on that one, because everyone goes down so much, you lose so much essence, so it's actually a bit harder to keep Zoja alive as well. So even I find taking a healer with ports to port people back to deposit essences and then come back to find the boss is a pretty good shout. Just dodge that one out of sheer habit. Don't know how on track we are for gold. Be a nice little surprise if we do get it. We're at least getting silver, so people are getting their relic. Yeah, last time we did Umbreal, Zoja died, almost died like 3 times. Yeah, and I feel like half the time I've done Umbreal, Zoja's died. And Arkanoid never failed Janthir Convergence, but plenty of Soto ones. Yeah, the Soto ones are harder. Was that clear time? Ah, no, so we got silver.
The Wayfinder was victorious.
Break before.
Yay!
So yeah, we got silver.
Nice gear.
The Wayfinder sure is strong.
AFK4 view. Beautiful. We're going to take a break and stretch our legs. We're going to be back in a few minutes. And thank you, Cypher, for the follow. Do you want a tool that can help you get the perfect build set up every time? Aren't you curious which of these many sigils and runes is the best for you? Have you always dreamed of being able to tailor your build to exactly what you need? Well, you're in luck. Today, we're covering one of the most overpowered Guild Wars 2 tools around, the Discretized Gear Optimizer. Welcome back, everyone. I've mentioned it in my last few videos, and today we're finally delving into the detail about the Gear Optimizer. This is basically a tool which will let you compare different gear, runes, sigils, and food to see which is going to be the best choice for your specific build. It takes so much of the mystery away from selecting your ideal gear and food, and makes theory crafting your own builds infinitely easier. Right off the bat, I'm not affiliated with Discretize and I didn't develop this tool. I just use it all the time and think it's one of the best tools you, as a discerning Guild Wars 2 connoisseur, can use. So let's delve in and master this tool together. First up, we'll need to select our game mode. We can choose between fractals, raids, and world versus world. The main difference between the fractals mode and the others is that the fractal mode will consider the various fractal potions and your total agony resistance. These give you extra stats and ideally will give you a different gear loadout from the other areas of the game. If you're really into fractals and want to have some specific fractal builds, then feel free to select this option. Just remember that the builds you optimize specifically for fractals might not be the best choice for other areas of the game, due to you missing stats from the fractal potions. For most players though, the raid option will be the best choice. Select your class and build from the list of classes at the top of the page. Most of the current meta builds should be included here. If for some reason your build isn't here, select one that is closest to what you need and we can customize it later on. For this video, I'm going to be looking at the Power Quickness Herald build we have lined up for our next build guide. For the skills section, depending on what class and builds you pick, there will be different skills and passive buffs, usually from signets, included and checked here. Here we can see the tool has given us Burst of Strength, which gives us increased damage for 10 seconds after we use it. It's also assumed this buff is active 87.7% of the time. Let's just leave this as is for now. It's also listed Vengeful Hammers, which is the upkeep skill when we're in Jalis stance. This skill reduces our incoming physical and condi damage, which isn't overly important today. So for now, let's just leave this unchecked. Take a quick look at these, see if they make sense for your build, and move on. And if you just started out using this tool, there generally shouldn't be any need for you to change these. In this next section, you can start choosing what runes, sigils, and food items we want to compare. Depending on what build you choose at the beginning, there will be different options already included for you. You can either remove some of these options or add new ones if you please. One very important thing to remember for this tool is that it will go through and compare every combination of runes, sigils, food, and gear you include. If you add too many of these, it is going to take a hideously long time for the tool to complete, so try and only select things that are relevant to your build.
While this tool doesn't include every relevant item in the game, it does include basically all relevant ones you're going to come across. So no need to worry about all those super obscure runes that nobody uses. For our Sigil 1, we already have Sigil of Force included. Perfect. For Sigil 2, we now have some options to choose from. We have Sigil of Air, Accuracy, Impact, and Concentration. The tool will go through and compare each of these sigils to find out which is the best in our case. For runes, let's just leave it at Scholar. For now, let's leave our food and utility slots as they are. If you like, you can remove the Ascended food options and replace them with their regular version. In this case, Sweet and Spicy Butternut Squash. This will result in your build having slightly lower damage due to the lack of lifesteal on crit. The buffs and boons section should automatically be filled with the realistic boons and buffs that you need. Note that this section does include the specific Jade Bot tier as well, so remember to check if your build benefits from having extra vitality. In the infusion section, we can specify what type of infusions we want to include in our build if we really want to min-max. There are also some options on the left-hand side for some common pairings. For now, we'll just leave this blank and we'll come back to it later. In the stat options section, we can choose what kind of gear stats we want to compare. These should be pre-populated depending on your starting build choice. In this case, we have Berserker, Assassin, and Diviner, which seems reasonable. If we wanted, we could also go through and include Dragon's gear if we wanted to compare it. Just remember, adding in too many stat types here will really slow down the tool, so don't be a goofy goober here. We'll come back to the section after to play with some of the rarity controls, which can be surprisingly useful. The 4 slot section is very useful, especially if you don't have access to legendary gear yet. Here I could specify what gear I already have and don't want to change. For example, I could tell the tool that I want to keep all my existing Berserker's trinkets and just let it change the remaining slots. Once again, we shall return. In the priority section, we have a whole bunch of constraints to tell the tool to work with. We can tell it to optimize for damage, survivability, or healing. In this and most cases, we'll just optimize for damage. We can tell it what type of weapon we are using, either dual wielding or two-handed. In this case, I'm just going to leave it at dual wielding. We can also tell it to give us a minimum level of health, maximum level of toughness, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Here though, we can already see that it specified a minimum level of quickness, this being 30%. In my case, I want to hit a slightly higher boon duration of 40% just to give me a bit of extra buffer for my quickness. And with that, we're ready to calculate. Go ahead and press the button and watch your results come in. The tool has gone through and checked every combination of gear we threw at it, and has spat out what the highest damage version is going to be. There's a handy little star button next to each one of our...
And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. And Annie, it's so good to see you. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Everyone, go check out Fireball Annie on their fantastic Twitch channel. What is up? It is great to see you. Let's go Alt-Shift-H. Sorry, Alt-Shift-H. Amber is QDPS. Perfect. Beautiful. Let's go QDPS. Let's see. I have Mozzie behavior. Everyone got to be on your best behavior now. Hey Magro, what's up? It's good to see.
Emperor Usoku expelled all non-humans and closed Kentha's borders long ago. After ore rose, it was isolated further.
Okay, so 42. Greer CM. Greer CM. Then Decima. Okay. I don't know how you're doing, just I'm going very, very well. Even better question, what does tectonic mean? Well, see. Deflect. I do really enjoy the Lowland Coden. DPS. Please do hamster. What do you mean, then Ura? Probs. Oh, yeah, then Ura. Ura, CM, then Greer. Okay. So let's go healer. TY. So I need some more Alack. And yeah, Ura is just DPS and CC bot. Cool. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, so here I will get... I think it's actually the Titan cores are pretty good.
Until next time. That looks valuable.
Pop those in there. Cool, that is now done. Probably want to bring... Ura, I might bring Chronomancer, actually. Just process this loot while we fill, because then I can bring just the version that has just Giga CC. So relaxed is QDPS. Looking at that, I no longer need any quickness, so I will just... I'll just keep them in sub 1. Actually, go a DPS. That is looking correct. Almost. I need one more. Damn it. I'm going to bring more Chronomancers. Is this live? Yes, this is live. Nah, welcome in. This is fine. A DPS. And let's just make sure go a DPS. There we go. That's done. Now I just need pure DPS. I think I am good. So I'm gonna just purely DPS now. Jirox, thank you for the follow. 47. Takes care of that. 48, good. Welcome. Cool, just need 2 more people. If anyone wants to join, join on up. Now you're most welcome. Glad I can be of assistance. As soon as we cross over to 50, I'll enter. Need to infuse that. I also need to actually... Oh, I've got so many. I need to actually craft some of the utility primers. I've been gathering these for ages. Haven't been doing anything with them. Might look at that later. I'll probably forget. I will forget. I won't do that. They will just sit there and they will take up space. A DPS. Okay, 49. Good, it's all coming together. One more spot. And then we'll crack on with Ura. And then Greer might be a bit cursed, but that's fine. We're probably not getting gold. We might, eventually. We really need to blast the pre-event as quickly as possible. That's where most of our time is getting burnt. Literally just waiting on one. All very not oakley dokley. Some random upgrade extractors there. Equipment. No, we've got everything all maxed out on this character. Do I have spear, short bow, power, precision, condi, damage, expertise? I'll probably go power here. Let me just burst things down a bit quicker. Yeah, we're still here. One more. Again, anyone wants to join? Yeah, honestly, Coward, feel free to chance it. Like, if you have to leave because your ISP conks things out, like, if you just go offline, then I can just, like, find a replacement. It's fine. I'm more happy just to see 50 people in here. Yeah, I would not be concerned at all. Because we're just guaranteed to basically get silver. Which gives people what they need. $47. Oh no! Oh, well, in that case, I can just go do some more map comp while we wait.
This one, kill.
Nothing can bring me down.
And turn path impacts back on. All boons are still sorted. Jump over that. Oh, so here we actually have to burn all undead and we'll revive everything here. 48. Drag him in.
Nothing can bring me down. Not enough energy.
Oh, I need to actually get closer. Still on 48.
Charge through!
See, at least here we have enough mobility to kind of keep moving while we still have some condis on us. Cool, and that one's done. Seven. And now I need a quick. That's right. I can just keep doing map comp while we wait. So I can turn off arc. Oh yeah, no, I actually need to do this heart. Tell you what I would love. Be able to like, buy an item, even honestly for gold. Oh, it would be great as a gold sink, actually, where you can just insta-complete a heart in a map at random. Oh, that would be so good.
Nothing can bring me down.
Same way we have the items in World vs. World that you can buy to insta-complete hero points. Have them for hearts as well. It'd be so good. DPS, just drag you down there.
To battle!
So you need 2 more people.
Right on target.
Nothing can bring me down.
Charge through.
Let's go turn that in. Almost done. Job done.
A meal today means no travel tomorrow.
Might makes me right.
Interact and challenge hunters. It's not a hunter. Honestly, might even... Oh, Farah, thanks for the hydrate. Honestly, it might even get to the point. Get a few more.
New land. New land.
Will this count? It might actually.
Feel your rage.
No, it doesn't. Good fun nonetheless. We got QDPS, Phaedra, Shift H, QDPS, let's drag them into there. Okay, now I might even just, I'll do this.
Fight me. That's it.
Yep, perfect. Just as I was about to swap, we have now filled. Again, trickiest part about Convergence is not actually the Convergence, it's group management.
What is this tool?
This, my furry friend.
Strong.
Nice. That would be some mighty big pooling there, Great Doodad. Okay, we're going to have to pre-pop up some food.
A brilliant ember.
See, everyone is coming on in. Come in now.
Sharper still.
Ura.
Eat my dust.
Beautiful. Deal. Check subs for your camp locations.
Our tale starts, as most do, with
Oh, read.
humble beginnings. The Wayfinder had a great supply caravan at the foot of the mountain.
Read next.
Caravan?
Okay.
Yeah, when do we get to the exciting part?
All in good time, young ones. Feast with memory. We're glad to have you.
That's alright. Someone left. That is all good.
And with that,
Like, honestly, 49 people is totally fine.
That looks good.
stop in its tracks, frozen in fear. Lightning swarm
Eat my armored up.
This monster should play really. He should remember when you quit.
Just clear all them.
Thanks to the Wayfinder's efforts, the caravan reached its destination.
Just pre-clearing all those.
Small cubs, for the real challenge had only just begun. The caravan was transporting parts for a very important device, a tectonic thumper.
What does tectonic mean, Stoic Alder?
You see, it's irrelevant. Just know that this device was an essential tool in the Pathfinder's triumph over the Titan. As our intrepid band of heroes set up camp, an Astral Ward lieutenant approached the Wayfinder. Her name was Visha Foeraiser, and she was the inventor of the tectonic thunder.
You're there! Let's
Okay.
open and make yourself useful!
Let's go do the thing. And everyone is in. Let's not let these get too tense. Also don't really need to see Arc.
This spot should do nicely the way
There we go. That's good. It's coming along well. So just need to go kill mobs, defend the thing, collect the essence, and then we kill the boss that spawns. And yeah, that's really it. Keep things off the actual thumper here. Alone, how's it going? Great to see you.
Sharper steel.
I had a bad night's sleep, 2 hours, just not enough. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm going pretty well. We're on the very tail end of our cold, which is nice. Did not feel particularly fantastic yesterday. And yeah, didn't get the sheer lack of sleep that you did, but mine was also quite broken as well, dealing with that cold. So like a little bit tired, but you know, feeling better than I was yesterday, which is good. And plus we're here playing some Guild Wars too, so honestly, it's not too much to complain about. One thing that I was very interested in seeing, like ArenaNet's blog post, not so much interested but very happy to see, is the fact they said, you know, for many years to come, they would be resolving and working on like Guild Wars 2's accumulated technical depth. So language was definitely, Guild Wars 2 is getting worked on for years, which is good to see. Capped on essence. Turn in essence. Okay, so this one hasn't been done yet, which is quite concerning. Or is that one fully done? Or is it the far one that's not done? Brandon, how's it going? Great to see you. Okay, there we go. It's active now. So yeah, we're definitely getting silver on this. Oh yes, I tried to take the Bloodstone Relic, but no one wanted to make CM. Sorry to hear that. If you're on NA, like, we are doing them now. Oh, we're doing Ura and Greer. We did Decima.
They were nearly ready to draw out the wicked Titan.
Yeah, so we have to turn in essence for faster completion now. So we turn in everything there. A bit more. Or maybe try when the World vs. World Rush comes. Yeah, good shout. I'm looking forward to when that comes. I've got a few gifts of battle that I need to get across multiple accounts. That one did take a bit.
All of his strength, disabling the magics, preventing the Wayfinder from regaining their feet.
Sufferance, how are you going? It's so good to see you. Big CC. Can I not use use my 5. There we go. Nope, can't use it. Oh well, turn mouse off and on again. Nope, still can't. Oh wait, no, there it goes. Saying during to craft Clobian yesterday. Wonderful. And how is it going? So I'm going to try and do it in the cheapest way possible. Wonderful. And yeah, Clobian, I found that quite an enjoyable legendary to get, all things considered. Managed to block the sneeze. Nice. Definitely started going the wrong way. Blast special action key. And more specifically, Hyper on 15th of July, because that's when we've got the next patch coming on. What are you most looking forward to there? And that's where you're looking forward to the new classes and specs, or the new elite specializations, because you get to find one that you enjoy playing this game. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I hope you are able to find one that you do really enjoy. But yeah, are there any classes that you haven't, tried so far that you're interested in doing? Because there are, 9 classes and 3 elite specs on each, so even that's 27 elite specializations alone. they'll make the next expansion available for pre-order anytime soon. Don't know when they go through and do that. I would expect it to be, you know, sometime probably in the next month or two, I would think. Used to main Necro Ritualist in Guild Wars 1, looking forward to playing it again. And yeah, like when I've been playing through Guild Wars 1, you know, over the last few months, Ritualist has been my jam too, so I'm keen to see that come back. Looks like we're getting Paragon for Warrior as well. Oh yeah, an extra character is always a good shout. Start CCing. Big CC.
I have returned.
Sidestep that, dodge that. Drop that CC. Dodge out of that. We'll get ready for another break bar coming up on 1%. There we go. And ABC, welcome in. It's great to meet you as well. Could you share your thoughts on how to set up your characters for someone that has not a ton of time to play the game? Would you rather play one character versus multi-class for all storyline and achievements? If you don't have a lot of time, I definitely pick one character, and that is the character that you would do the story with. Because aside from, I don't know, just scratching a bit of a completionist itch, there's really no huge value in doing the story on multiple characters. Doing it on one is huge value. And even if you pick like one sort of class that ends up being your main, it's great as well to just get some other characters set up, and you can get them set up in, you know, some exotic gear with a somewhat reasonable build, so they are there at least for you to play with if ever the mood strikes. That's one of the best things you can do to keep Guild Wars 2 feeling fresh, is just cycle through playing different characters and different builds. But yeah, think of like one character be your main, and if you have others, maybe start getting them set up in some exotic gear, and then as you get some ascender gear that drops, or you can do some currency conversions and stuff like that, then have a think about upgrading them. But yeah, I don't do the story on multiple characters. Like, there's some that have, you know, multiple have a good chunk of the story done if I've, you know, wanted to, you know, invest that time, but it hasn't been for the sheer reward of it. But yeah, I think like Guild Wars 2 is a game that really encourages you to play multiple characters, so being able to, you know, have different characters cycle between, it just keeps the game fresh. It's one of the things that keeps me entertained and engrossed in the game. So even though Revenant is my main class, if I ever get bored of it, or I just want to play something else for a bit, I'm just going to do that for a while.
Once more.
I think it's just that you prefer the traditional RPG trifecta of a tanker, healer, and DPS. While in this game everyone can be anything and some at the same time. Plus no tanks. Really like this game, it's really cool, but you simply can't get into it. It's not the combat and story, it's the class itself. Simply having fun with anything that fits in what you want to do. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, like once you get into, you know, end game instance content, yeah, there will be, you know, dedicated tanks, healers, and DPS. But Guild Wars 2, at its core, it was originally designed so that everyone could do everything, and everyone has that degree of flexibility in Guild Wars 2. That is just kind of how the game is designed. Snowcrow's updated their power scrapper builds. Now they use Bloodstone, Relic, and Bomb Kit. You're not switching that. You use scrapper function, hit Bomb Kit, and Fractals. That's totally fine as well. I imagine it's going to be alright. Stun break. Stop that. Big break. There we go. It's good. It's coming together. We're definitely not getting gold. That is not happening. But we're getting silver. Big CC break. What's the CC looking like? Plume's doing a bit of thing. That's nice. That one hurt. Should not have stood right there. %. 2%. And yeah, completion time 23. So it is enough for silver at least.
The Wayfinder sure is strong.
That looks valuable.
One that I'm honored to have fought alongside. But it is not their strength.
They are not bad in terms of gold.
It was everyone's. The coldest.
Power flow at 30%. Reroute.
All of us putting aside our differences and fighting insurmountable.
So we salvage all of these.
That's how it's done.
The mountains shake.
And yeah, why does it say 49 people alive? It's because one person has like died and they're in their wisp form. And then they have to be revived by people depositing essences.
Too much treasure.
So they're alive from the games from the squad UI perspective, but they're not like alive in the way they're doing damage. Faucet's bounty. Yeah, we'll finish off the weekly as well. And need some quickness. So a classic Guild Wars 2 UI moment. Yeah, it's a specific thing for the convergences. Okay, so we have Greer next. And Zizo, welcome in. You want to play Guild Wars 2 and you're wondering if the endgame's worth it? It definitely is. There's a great amount of endgame content to play in Guild Wars 2. Al, what's up? It's wonderful to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Greer CM. I don't think I need... so I just need to actually get a lack in DPS. So lack quick DPS. Beautiful. There we go. It depends on what you're looking for in the end game. That's true as well. And Caesar, thank you for the follow. Started feeling like really quickly. 245 now. DPS, DPS. Go Q DPS. Yish. So Yish will be Q DPS. They can go down here. Takes care of that. And no swear, thank you for the follow. Okay. True endgame is the management of squad UI. 46, good. Let's see, I'm just trying to see who else has said DPS. Sandu is DPS, they can go down there. Aetheros. Let's see. 6, it doesn't even really matter. The true endgame's fashion. Nice, it started feeling pretty damn quick. Good. I think, yeah, we need one more lack. Any roll, go. A lack DPS. There. Okay, so now I just need edit, quick, and DPS. Oh, you made Oryx, congratulations. So I need one more quickness. $49. DPS. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the new elite specs as well. I'm very, very keen for that. And yeah, I do not think they're announcing Guild Wars 3. 50, okay. That's fine. Just one subgroup is not going to have quickness. It's fine. Go DPS. Enter now. Cool. G. Pop down some food.
Strong. Eat my dust.
Oh, Arcanor, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Then we've got our Guild Heroes banner. Nice. Starting, check squad message for locations. Greer. Are you going to do Convergence CMs tomorrow too? No. We'll be back streaming this coming Sunday. Yeah, Sunday we should be streaming. But yeah, we probably won't be doing Convergence CMs for a bit, purely because they take so long to actually organise.
I feel strong.
With deceptively humble beginnings. The Wayfinder happened upon a quaint caravan at the foot of the mountain.
Supply caravan? Ugh, boring.
Yeah, when do we get to the exciting part?
All in good time, young ones. This man was glad to have you on his
That's right, we will at least get silver. Everyone's having
Nobody can stop the Wayfinder. Tougher still.
This one just makes it amazing in the other room. I'm looking forward to that. Just clearing out some of these. They got invited. We'll give them a minute and see if they want to come. If not, then we will replace.
the caravan reached its destination.
Perfect.
But do not be so quick to celebrate, small cubs, for the real challenge had only just begun. The caravan was transporting parts for a very a tectonic thumper.
What does tectonic mean, Stoic Alder?
Well, you see, it's, irrelevant. Just know that this device was an essential tool. I am the fighter. As our intrepid band of heroes set up camp, an astral...
Oh, someone die already? No, they joined in after the thing actually started. As soon as you join into a convergence after it started, it puts you in that dead wisp state. That's why as soon as the group enters, you want to enter like quite quickly. Or else, yeah, you're going to spawn in dead. And especially on this one, where you're not actually turning in essences that often compared to the Secrets of Obscure ones, you might be dead for a while. So yeah, you don't want to delay entering. Yeah, unattuned wisp, that's the number of people who are like in there, but are in their wisp state.
nostrils flared with excitement. It was perfect.
Read squad.
As the weight began, essence
But now we just simply defend. Pick up as many essences as we can. And I think, yeah, we have, seems to be all of them active now, which is good. Herald, I should actually be generating my boons. "26 essences, very nice."
I have returned to fight at your side.
I achieve things. I'm an achiever.
And Wombat, how are you going? It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Everyone, go check out Wombat over on their amazing Twitch. What is up? And yeah, overall Convergence games are going good. Like, we got silver on the first two, by quite a significant margin. So it's not like we were close to getting gold, but hey, people who need the Convergences for the Relics, they just need silver. So we're getting there. Every two we talk about new elite specs. I am so keen for new elite specs. Yeah, it's good. Silver is like pretty relaxed to get overall. I think it's, you have to beat it within half an hour. You have to beat it within 20 minutes to get gold. And I think our first one we were on like 22 minutes, second one we were on 23. Where is the attack group leader? Oh, that's 50 essences gone. Oh no. That's what gets Blustering Rod. I'm not sure. Yeah, because whenever I've done these, I've always just done all three at a time, and I've looked at the rewards after, so I don't actually know which one gives the relics. Gives something useful though. Cool, now we simply turn in essences.
Disabling the magics, preventing the Wayfinder from regaining
Elite specs without new weapons will be a bit weird though. It will be in that sense. But yeah, I can see why they don't do it, because it frees up a bunch of development resources from them. And with the Weapon Master system from Secrets of the Obscure, a elite spec getting access to a new weapon has lost its identity, because obviously weapons can now be used by any elite spec. So I can see why they have done that.
That's a hood.
But yeah, I think paring back what is typically, you know, included in an elite spec, I think is the only reasonable way they could feasibly get new elite specs in the game. Because I was of the opinion that they would never do new elite specs in the game ever again, because they just didn't have the resource to be able to do it. So I'm glad to see it. Yeah, it is still part of the flavor, I agree. But yeah, of all the compromises they could make with a new elite spec, I think it's a good one. Like, it makes sense to me why they have done it, and I think it's a reasonable thing for them to do. I've got to just go pick up more essence, I think. So it's Tectonic Thumper Synchronization. Greer is probably the spiciest of them. Again, we should at least get silver. Don't think we're getting gold with that time. Oh, dang. And even if like 3 mini expansions are the same as one old expansion, at least they do come annually compared to the previous ones, which may actually have been every 3 years. And do you think you're going to do this in EU at some point? No immediate plans to. The main reason we're doing this tonight instead of our normal NA training raids is because some of the people who in our NA training group said, oh hey, what can we do the convergences? We really need them. So in that case, we've like, you know, gone and set them up. But yeah, if there are a lot of people in EU that need them, I can always go and set them up as well. It's just, yeah, I need to sort of get like a rough idea ahead of time how many people want to do it. And if we were to do it on EU, the earliest it would be next Monday. Because yeah, this Sunday, next time we're streaming, we're doing Ceres progression, and at that point, like, we just physically won't have enough time in stream to do all 3. Because it's about an hour of organisation of getting the squad set up, and then they're about half an hour per. But yeah, if there's a lot of people that need them, we could do them next Monday.
I have returned to fight at your side.
Through that.
Of this world of
7.5. And yeah, like Path of Fire itself, yeah, it actually, the actual core maps, it doesn't actually have that much content. There's certainly not a lot of content that is actually replayed. Path of Fire is carried by the elite specs and mounts. And the story itself is good. But yeah, compared to Heart of Thorns, which has raids, it has elite specs, it has, you know, great open world maps, it has, yeah, repeatable metas. In most of pop content in Season 4, true, yeah. And is there any specific reason you chose red to be your main, which doesn't turn out naturally? think there was a point in Guild Wars 2 where I think I was coming back after a bit of a break a couple years ago, and I was, looking for something new to play, and at that time I hadn't really played a lot of Revenant. Should we overlap these to find out? And at that point, I actually watched one of Lord Heisen's videos talking about Revenant as it being just insanely good to solo content. There's some great solo builds for Revenant out there, still are. And obviously Lord Heisen does fantastic open world builds. And at that point, I wasn't streaming Guild Wars 2, this was before I started streaming, but I was playing Guild Wars 2 basically as a solo player. So yeah, I did actually need a build that could solo a bunch of content, so then I could just kind of do things on my own schedule. Because at that point I was just playing on NA during the evenings in Australia, which is very much off-peak, so yeah, it could take a little bit to find groups for some of the content that I wanted to do, so just untethering myself from that constraint was good. And the build that I saw, it was like Celestial Condition Herald, but with old runes of tormenting. And for those who don't remember, those runes were absolutely busted, because every time you inflicted a stack of torment, every time you inflicted a stack of torment, you would heal every single stack of torment, and it was insane. So that build was like functionally unkillable. It was wonderful. So then I picked up that build, played it, loved it, and then at that point I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start working towards getting every item on my Revenant being legendary. And at that point, we invested so much time in Revenant, it's just artifact dominating. Plus, I just love the playstyle of it as well, but I play a little bit of everything to varying degrees. Yeah, Path of Fire had fantastic systems, but yeah, there's actually not a lot to do in the actual maps themselves. And I still think they really need to juice the actual bounty rewards. Like, bounties are cool in their, in their concept of like, oh, here's this somewhat challenging boss that you can, tee up as like a single player or as a small group of players. You can go and target it, get some rewards, but the rewards that you get for doing them aren't great. The main reason you do them is because you want the elegy mosaics for various legendaries, not for the actual rewards of the bounties themselves. Whereas if they actually just gave it decent rewards, I feel like that would be fine. Do we kill these or do we ignore them? Greer can be a bit cursed. Basically, you're always trying to find the next best ranger, untamed build to solo stuff. Currently, we're maxing out on 1820k arc DPS. Oh, thank you so much, Jess, for that amazing dinner. This made us a great dinner. Ooh, roast potatoes, chicken, steamed veggies. We got roasted capsicum dip as well. That is going to be great. Thank you. Okay, Untamed is one of the best builds to solo content as well. I dislike how they named the ads here. You've got Greer, Ree, whatever the third one is on CM. It's impossible to actually look at them and go, oh, which one are we targeting? It's always whichever one's closest. Eric, yeah. Yeah, the bot should have just been called Greg's. Yeah. And honestly, even if it was called like Greg, then Greg 1, Greg 2, Greg 3, it'd still be easy to actually tell what you're attacking. That's a lot of people actually dead.
I demand that you release me.
It has been too long. Oh no.
Go back up. Greer is definitely the hardest of the Convergence CM bosses. You're still going to clear it and get silver, but it's much more punishing. I know something funny. There was something before I started doing convergences that I realized I hadn't done on my account for quite some time. I don't remember what it was, but I said that it was something I was going to do, but I also preempted that by saying I will also forget it. So I have been proved correct. I have forgotten what it is I was originally going to do. I know it was important, but I've got no idea what it actually is. Get all the reses. Let's find out. Grab that. That hurts when that lands. Oh, oh no. Oh, that's like legit 2/3 the squad. Just gonna press revive for a while. This next expansion gonna be our last. I don't have the information to say one way or another, but I would very much expect to know. They've already said, even in their recent blog post, they expect for like years to come they're going to be working on World War 2 systems. Like, we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure how many expansions they would be. I would be incredibly surprised if it was our last expansion. Because Guild Wars 2 makes money, and especially it's very hard to release a new game, especially MMO in today's day and age. So I feel like they're just going to keep on making content for Guild Wars 2. You wager at least one more after that, yeah, I would definitely expect at least one more. What's the best class for open world solo meta events and stuff? Welcome, Patrick. Honestly, there's great builds for every single class, so there's no real best class. Because each class is going to have access to great open world builds in some way or another. Personal favourites of mine are things like Herald, because the ease with which you provide boons means you get a ton of credit for meta events, because everyone you give boons to get credit for their kills. It's very, very good for farming, it's very durable. Untamed is fantastic, but every class has great open world builds for solid content. The one you have the most fun on? Yeah, honestly, whichever one you enjoy the most. That is correct.
Nice gear.
Magic, welcome in. You just downloaded the game 4 minutes ago. Any tips would be greatly appreciated. Well, congratulations, you've made a great choice. Overall, Guild Wars 2 is a game that, in a sense, does really encourage you to make your own fun. It has like various, like, you know, it's like open world, PvP, world versus world, sort of like, you know, direct you to fun type of content that you enjoy. But it's a game with a horizontal progression system where once you reach level 80, it's very, very quick to, you know, gear up to almost best in slot gear. And the best in slot gear I got back in 2012 is just as good now as it was back then. It's only if you want to go with Hammer or Axe Warhorn to pair it with Double Mace or do something good. But if you're a new player coming in, I recommend focusing on the story. And thank you, Nat, I appreciate you. But yeah, focus on working your way through the story as a new player. It's very, very important for a new player to do that. Because it's going to give you access to so many of the new maps, new mastery or mastery points, which is sort of the main progression system once you reach level 80. You know, there's a ton of different mastery points here. Like this one here gives you auto loot, which is amazing. There's ones for all the different mounts. So these mastery points are very, very important, and you get a lot of them by doing the story. So don't neglect the story, or it bites you in the bum a bit later on. So I'd focus on doing that, and then you can sort of learn the game, get the feel for it, and then decide what kind of content you want to do. And Guild Wars 2 is a game that really encourages you to play multiple characters as well. So don't be afraid to make multiple. If you play Guild Wars 2 enough, you will end up with one of everything, just easily.
Urge to kill rising.
And yeah, like in a sense, masteries are similar in a way to vertical progression, but it's very easy to cap it compared to a constant gear treadmill. And especially once you get a lot of the high priority ones, there's a lot of others there that aren't really that impactful to your gameplay experience. Because yeah, I didn't have max masteries on my EU account for the longest time. It didn't really impact me that much. But yeah, compared to, you know, a game where, you know, new patch comes out, new gears increase, your old build's invalidated, got to come back, got to re-gear everything. Guild Wars 2 doesn't have that. It's way more in line with a horizontal gearing progression. I like two of your friends started playing a couple months ago and never thought they wanted to do full core map completion. So it is quite relaxing to do. You're most welcome, Red Panther. Thank you everyone for coming. I can already see the next few masteries. Collecting this feather resets cooldowns, open mode only. Collecting this rocks resets all cooldowns. That would be quite funny. And it will take a while to get max level, but you know, like new player, homesteading, not relevant. All those there, basically not relevant. New player, like basically the only ones that are kind of relevant as you go through, obviously like mounts, universally relevant. Gliding, universally relevant. Like raids, only relevant if you're doing raids. New Hawklaw, only relevant if you're in the Heart of Thorns maps and stuff like that. So sort of as you go through, things become more and more relevant, but it's not as though each mastery is relevant for you as a new player at that point in time. It's kind of something you just naturally progress your way through. Thanks so much for that. That is so kind of you. In the before time, back in my day, sacked 1 Mesmer and 4 warriors just killed everything, and I remember those days. Dark times indeed. Honestly, it was still good fun. Yeah, what we have now is a lot better to what we had then. Consume everything there. Open everything.
That looks valuable.
Nice. I think we have successfully processed all that. Let's open everything there. There. Just tidy all that up. But yeah, that is all the Convergence CMs done. Oh yeah, like max masteries compared to max level. Yeah, max masteries would be harder than max level. Whereas Guild Wars 2, getting to max just, character level, doesn't take long at all. Yeah, I think for a new player in Guild Wars 2, to basically go from the beginning, to reach level 80, and then to gear your character in gear that is relevant for endgame, so you're basically good to go. You might be talking 15 to 20 hours to reach level 80 for a new player. It can be sped up drastically if you know what you're doing, which you might not do as a new player. And then, honestly, a few hours of gameplay, especially with the new Wizard's Vault system, again, assuming you've bought all the expansions and everything. I feel like within 5 hours, you could be... Yeah, 5 hours after reaching 80, you could get yourself fully geared and endgame ready build. So yeah, I think, yeah, like you're saying there, Gloria, 20 hours, yeah, 20 hours if you're not so much like laser focus, you can be relatively chill with that. You can be ready for endgame. Ascender's best in slot, not needed for most areas of endgame. Only really needed for fractals and a few of the CMs that's really important. Exotic gear is fine. But obviously if you're doing fractals, then yeah, you do need it. But for a large chunk of the player base that doesn't do them, they don't need it at all. So you can get that and be ready for most areas of endgame content. And yeah, the adventure guide, it really speeds things up. It truly does. Okay, cool. Now we're going to go stretch our legs, and we'll be back in a few minutes. So enjoy a video in the meantime. Today, you're going to learn exactly how to gear your character in Guild Wars 2. I've played Guild Wars 2 for 11 years, and one of my favorite features is the lack of gear grind. The gear I got back in 2012 is just as good now as it was back then. But despite how convenient this is in the long term, getting your first set of gear as a new player can seem overwhelming. There's dozens of different stat types, multiple tiers of gear, and so many different ways to obtain the gear that you need. So today I'm taking my 11 years of experience and breaking down exactly how you should be gearing up your characters. Let's dive in. Welcome back, friends. Before we delve headfirst into raids, strikes, fractals, or world versus world in Guild Wars 2, you're gonna make your life so much easier if you start off on the right foot with a good set of gear. But there are so many ways to gear your first character in Guild Wars 2, it can be hard to know exactly where to start. There's collections that reward you with gear, countless different vendors that will sell you what you need, and that doesn't even touch on crafting. The good news is, once you gear your first character, it becomes so much easier to gear your second, your fourth, or in my case, my 23rd. So by the end of today's video, you're going to know exactly how to efficiently gear your character and be ready to dive straight into everything Guild Wars 2's endgame has to offer. But before we start, let's dial in the types of gear you actually need to care about. When it comes to gear, they're not all created equal. There are 7 different levels of rarity, from basic all the way up to legendary. But once you reach level 80, however, we really only care about the last 3. That being exotic, ascended, and legendary. Ascended and legendary have exactly the same stats. It's just that legendary has a whole bunch of quality of life baked in. You can swap stats anytime while you're out of combat, you can remove upgrades freely, you don't need to consume transmutation charges whenever you swap skins, and you can use the legendary item on multiple characters at the same time. Legendary gear is one of the pillars of endgame goals, with everyone deep down wanting every single piece of their gear to be legendary. so you never have to think about gear again.
Everybody stay calm! What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
There's no stat increase over Ascended though, so it's all about that quality of life. So then when it comes to getting your first proper set of gear, you only need to worry about exotic and Ascended gear. In terms of the difference between exotic and Ascended gear, exotic gear has slightly lower stats than Ascended. It can only be used on a single character, with the trade-off being it's typically much easier and cheaper to obtain. You can even purchase a full set of exotic gear off the trading post if you have enough gold. Ascended gear, however, is going to give you the best in-slot stats. Ascended gear is also account bound, so you can swap it between characters whenever you want. You also have infusion slots, so you can customize your armor with extra stats and agony resistance, so you can do higher and higher levels of Fractals of the Mist. If you want a breakdown on why you should be doing Fractals, check out my previous video here. For all these extra benefits, the trade-off is that it is much harder to obtain, and it can't be bought straight from the trading post. At the end of the day, you want to keep working towards Ascended gear, but with a full set of exotic gear, you're totally ready to jump into most of Guild Wars 2's endgame. Now, before we delve too deep into gearing our character, you can save yourself a whole lot of time and gold by doing some planning beforehand. If you don't, you could find yourself with the wrong set of gear, and you'll need to start again from scratch, which is a big oof. So before you dive in and drop fat stacks of gold on the wrong gear, let's figure out what build you want to play. As a quick rule of thumb, when thinking about gear, there are a few types of builds that we need to worry about. First up, we have Power DPS, which will typically use Berserkers and Assassins gear. These are core stats available in the base game and so are relatively easy to obtain. A quick sidebar, a Power DPS build is going to be by far the easiest and cheapest to gear up quickly, with everything you need being available cheaply on the trading post. So if you want a recommendation, start here. It'll be much easier to gear up your next build once you have this one under your belt. But if you want something else, let's crack on. On the flip side, we have Condition Damage DPS, which will typically use Viper's gear. This stat type is exclusive to Heart of Thorns, so you will need that expansion if you want to play most condition builds effectively. We also have Power Boon Support builds. Nowadays, these types of builds will mostly use Berserker's gear, but you can slot in some Diviner's gear if you need some extra boon duration. For Diviner's gear, we're going to need Path of Fire. For our Condition Boon Support builds, you'll typically be using Ritualist stats, which is an End of Dragons exclusive stat combination. If you're so inclined to carry your team on your broad, muscular shoulders, then you may be interested in playing a healer. For these builds, you're typically going to want Harrier's gear, which is exclusive to Path of Fire. Some alternatives though that will make you more survivable, with the trade-off being you're probably going to have to tank in raids, are Minstrels from Heart of Thorns, and Givers from the core game. Once you know roughly what kind of build you want to play, check out some of these websites to find a build that suits you. We have Snowcrows, Hardstuck, Meta Battle, Guild Wars 2 Mist, Guildgen, and your favorite Guild Wars 2 YouTuber. Any build guide or worth its salt that you find out there is going to have the exact type of gear you're going to be aiming for your build. So now that you know what kind of build you want to play and what gear you need, we can properly start gearing your character. Even though you can buy exotic trinkets straight from the trading post, I typically recommend skipping these and going straight to Ascended. Ascended trinkets give you the biggest stat boost compared to exotic gear out of all of your gear slots, with a juicy 9% extra stats. They can also be purchased incredibly cheaply from vendors in the Living World episodes, so no gold required. I will flag that some of these trinkets have the unique quality, meaning that you can't equip two of the exact same trinket. This is the case more often than not, but you can get around this by infusing or tuning one, but I recommend just having different ones altogether. Outside of Living World episodes, you can get some Berserker rings very cheaply from Fractals of the Mist, with them costing 10 pristine Fractal Relics each. This will be the Crystalline Band or the Red Ring of Death. You can easily get these just by doing a few days of the Tier 1 Fractal Dailies, or one day of the Tier 4 Fractal Dailies if you're so inclined. You also have the option of getting an amulet for Laurels. Nowadays, this conversion isn't necessarily the cheapest, but it is there if you prefer. Another option for trinkets, although typically on the pricier side, are the Mist trinkets. These are stat selectable, so you can select any stats available in the game. They are non-unique, so you can equip two of them at the same time, but also their stats can be reset with a Mist capacitor if you ever need to significantly change up your build. These can be purchased with currencies from Fractals, PvP, and World vs. World. Now, my preferred way of getting stat selectable trinkets will be from Living World Season 3
Core, and Icebreed Saga. All episodes of Living World Season 3 and 4 will give you access to Ascended Trinkets, with all but those obtained from the episodes Long Live the Lich and All of Nothing being stat selectable. The ones you want to focus on for gearing up though will be Season 3, A Crack in the Eyes. This will give you access to an accessory, backpack.
And we have returned. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh, that's what I was going to do. It's going to actually make some more primers. I will probably forget to do that. And honestly, I think for most players, yeah, honestly, like, when it comes to Ascended gear for Fractals, yeah, you obviously need full Ascended gear, basically, if you're going to do Fractal Tier 4s. But for a new player, the intended progression when you work your way through Fractals is to start at Tier 1, then move to Tier 2, then Tier 3, then Tier 4. Because you can't even access, you know, the Tier 4 section of the LFG until your personal Fractal level is like level 70 or something like that. So ArenaNet themselves is stopping new players from accessing them, but whereas getting access to Fractals themselves, they have access to that as soon as they hit level 80 with exotic gear. There's the Nintendo ways to go and gradually slot out pieces of your exotic gear with Ascended. Let's go grab some more of these. Okay, let's go pop that in there. Nice. Okay, now I should probably... I think it's Artificer that does this. We don't get free on CM every Sunday. How could Aina do this to us? Yeah, things like CM, HDCM, and also like most of the Wing 8 CMs, they're kind of the only areas of the game where a very high standard of play is required, unless some of the other Strike CMs as well. But for like general raids, the floor to get into them is quite low. And actually, is you had a guilty complaining so much about not being able to get into Tier 4s if you can deal with the mechanics. But you learn the mechanics at lower levels in the meantime, have time to get the gear, so it makes perfect sense to you. Oh yeah, the fractal progression, it makes sense. One of the problems with the fractal progression system... Oh, I haven't actually noticed the little swirly there at the center. That's quite nice. One of the problems with the fractal progression system, it works really, really well if you have a constant influx of new players coming in to do fractals, because then all the tier levels are populated. Whereas the fractals, they end up in the state because of just how MMOs work, and people will eventually make their way up to the high levels and they stay there. They don't really have much reason to go back down, especially because they get all the rewards for doing Tier 3, 1 and 2 fractals just by doing the Tier 4s. So the Tier 4s end up being massively populated, not many people in the other ones. So even though Tier 4 fractals are the harder fractals, people have a much easier time doing them because that's where everyone is. That's where everyone's concentrated, that's where everyone has the good builds, that's where everyone has a good team composition, everyone knows the mechanics. Which one's an Artificer? So you ever run into the situation where Tier 3 fractals are actually significantly harder than Tier 4s. And it's true, Guild Wars 2 is a very skill-based game. Gearing is only a portion of what it actually takes to get ready for endgame gear. But when a new player is asking, you know, how do I get ready for endgame? Like, getting the bare minimum of exotic gear, I think, is basically the requirement to get into endgame. Then obviously at any point after that, then it's a matter of practicing your personal skill. But, you know, how long is it going to take a new player to get to the point of, competing with a player who spent literally thousands of hours in the game? Very much depends on the player. It's going to be longer than 20 hours. Okay, so let's see if I can do these primers. flask of metabolic primer. There we go. Oh yeah, let's just buy more of these. Let's buy 50. And when it comes to the level of DPS that players reach, one of the issues with Guild Wars 2 is the fact that it doesn't give you the means to be able to easily tell what your DPS is. Even finding your way to the DPS golem room, knowing how to set that up in such a way where your DPS number actually means something, that's a very different thing in and of itself. And that takes a fair amount of outside research. Should I buy another 28? Let's see how much more. Yeah, so I still think that at least once you get access to exotic gear, you are more or less ready for endgame. You're ready at least to get introduced to endgame. Are you going to be as good at endgame as someone else who has played it much more? No, not at all. That's going to take some time. But by that point, you've reached what I'd consider to be the minimum gearing requirement.
Sharper still.
So also, anything below exotic gear is just loot. It's not any meaningful set of gear at all. It's loot that exists to be sold and processed. Cool, now we got those there. I need to free up some shared inventory slots actually for them. What is the best thing for me to remove? Ornate rusted keys. Yes, what are you doing there? Yeah, let's get rid of those. That's just taking up space, and those. It's okay. Then here, I can go there. Nice. And then I'm pretty sure I have some others sitting on this character. And yeah, that is true. The power creep is to the point in the game where having one new person won't make a difference in terms of actually clearing the boss. Mostly. Unless it's Zera and they get a special action key. Then might be in for a bit of a teachable moment. Yes, there we go. Cool, they're actually there now. I might actually use those. Okay, so that is now done. Let's go back and see if we can finish off this map comp on this character. At 64% map completion now. So your video on Legendary Gear, you said all your characters can wear it. Does that mean when you inquire it does get dropped into all characters' inventory? Or pass it around by the way of the vault or shared storage? So you get access to... I'll just exit out of here. Pathing. Any legendary you get and bind to your account gets put in the legendary armory, which is this section, slightly separate section of the equipment storage up here, where all your legendary gear sits, and you can use that on any character at any point. It doesn't so much land in your inventory, it's in a separate sort of hidden subsection of the inventory, which you see whenever you go to the equipment panel. So any character that has access to that piece of gear, or can use any character that can wield a sword, will be able to, see that sword and equip that sword.
That's it. You win.
I remember this hard quest takes a bit. But yeah, it's insane, especially when you consider legendary trinkets, so everything over here. Every single character can use them. So once you get, full legendary trinkets, you never have to think about, ascended trinkets ever again. It's insane. So eventually, once you reach the point where you have a full set of legendary gear, then at that point, you just do not need to worry about gear at all.
Nothing can bring me down.
You still have map completion do as well, be a 4th Corteria map completion. It's the most unbearable part of Gen 1 legendaries for you. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, if you've already done a few map completions, just grab yourself a pathing pack and chip away at some of them over time. It does take time, but yeah, with a good pathing pack, it does make it far, far easier. Yeah, we're rocking the Doom cosplay right now. And also, if you've done some World vs. World, just buy the Testimonies of Heroics and insta-complete all of the Corteria hero points as well. Cuts out a good chunk of your map completion time.
That's how I do it. Fury is mine.
Doing good DPS isn't as simple as people make it seem. Yeah, it's actually not. It's actually one of the more difficult things you can do in Guild Wars 2. Grab that. But yeah, the only 2 fights that actually have, you know, DPS checks that are relevant today will be like Ceres CM and what was the other one you mentioned there, Fermi? Ceres CM obviously stands out. HECM even isn't really that much of a DPS check. Okay, this one I gotta turn to a mower. Agria Normone CM. Oh yeah, that one actually does have a relevant DPS check. Can you clear all content, even LCMs, with 85% DPS benchmarks? Yeah, I'd probably say you could. You might be pushing it a little bit on Ceres. But like if you're hitting 85% of a really cracked DPS build, that will be more than enough, yes. Like if you're playing like Condivert like I am, and that actually needs a bit of a higher, you know, percentage, then yeah, you have to push it a bit more. But if you're playing something that's got like a 46k bench, it's a bit different. Yes, Ceres LCS is probably the most strict. I would think so. Oh, Ura's way harder than Ceres? Okay, yeah, I haven't even attempted Ura CM yet.
Everyone has a secret.
Oh, kill worm?
Know what cannot be known.
Have you tried the McGriddle yet? No, I haven't. Is that something new at McDonald's? Let's dig. Wait until the rest of this cold nicks off. Oh, it's new brekkie items started today. They're so good. Think the normal muffins, but with a pancake thing instead of the muffin. Damn, that does sound really good. SE has killed Ura LCM once. Good lord.
Fight what cannot be fought.
That's absolutely cracked.
I need a moment.
Nice.
Might makes me right.
Oh, I need like one more thing. Dang, that's annoying. Anything else I can do? Do I have to literally buy something? Oh no, there's one more thing over there. Good. %. Oh, we've got to actually go this way.
Might makes me right. Fury is mine.
Is my death drop not working?
Might makes me right.
I like that on Vindicator. You can actually use your utility skills to kill mobs.
It's my turn. It begins. I can right on target.
Oh no, it does work. It's just got an absolutely cursed cast time on it. Did not realize that. Cool, that one's done. Just double check where the path is taking us. Out this way. What path are you using? I'm using Lady Ellis's guides. Okay, so we've got to do this. Quag and eggs.
Might makes me. Fury is mine.
But yeah, Lady Ellis's guides there. That is the path impact that I'm using.
It's my turn.
You must die.
And what are you playing outside of Guild Wars 2? You're a big Borderlands guy and you're super hyped for Borderlands 4. I really have meant to try out more of the Borderlands thing. I tried a little bit of Borderlands 1 back in the day, but it just didn't stick with me at that time. But I know people love it. But yeah, outside of like Guild Wars 2, I don't have a huge amount of time to try out other games right now. But there's a bunch of stuff on my to-play and I love any of the Souls games. I'm started off a new Pokemon Platinum playthrough that I'm sort of gradually chipping away at. I'm going to play some Civilization 7 eventually as well. So did that not kill it? There we go.
Mine.
Cool, another heart quest done. Did we successfully do Blood-Tide Coast, or did I imagine that? No, I did Blood-Tide Coast yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Monday. It's Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday today. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We've re-grounded ourselves in what day it is. And yeah, we'll be able to finish off this map, and then I'll probs finish off the weekly. Oh, this heart. Damn it, I hate this heart. Oh well, we'll get there.
Sure the liquefaction
To
weapon
that.
is functioning properly. Does it
Nope,
cause
let's
more
talk to
subjects
Karma here.
Yes, but if you don't
And Jiggery, thank you so much for the follow. Use weapon skills out of range of targets.
Nothing can bring me down.
And I guess we just gotta do that. At least we're on power here. Does that do damage? Oh, damages, yeah.
That's how I do it.
Okay, it's had to be super close for it. The Corteria map comp on a Condi Builder's Met, it definitely is. Like 100% you should be using a power build in Corteria. I would, like I mentioned yesterday, I would love if there was like a World Best World item, or even an item you could buy just for pure gold that would insta-complete.
Great. We must be here
That would
to see
insta-complete some of the heart quests.
Can't lose any of
Event,
this
kill crate. Will this just like give me progress? Oh, yes. Oh, that's better. Yes, this is the Guild Wars 2 gameplay we're here for. Hello. Coming in, friendo? Okay, they are.
Need to rest. Might makes me right.
Yep, it's good nabbing that event. Pistol Pistol unloading across the map is the way. Oh, Pistol Pistol Thief is fantastic for open world. That's what I used for my first Corteria map comp on EU. Just Pistol Pistol unload Deadeye. Still enjoying the hammer? Not particularly for just Corteria. Like, it's really fun if there's a group of mobs and landing Coalescence of Ruin, but also just the cast time in particular of drop the hammer to refresh is just a bit too slow. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's fun for a bit of novelty. It definitely feels like far better for world versus world. But yeah, for what I'm doing right now, Sword, and Greatsword would just be better. But this is also kind of just here. Yeah, like that there. And plus, like, mobs tend to move out of it, so you have to sort of predict where they're going, which is a lot more work than just instantly nuking them with Greatsword. Or Sword. I can probably turn in my heart stuff now. Done. Now go catch back up to the pathing pack. So I kind of feel like, especially like the damage and some of the hammer skills, I feel like it just needs to be doubled. Unlike, especially like your 2. Your Coalescence of Ruin, I feel like that damage just needs to be doubled. And drop the hammer that needs that actual activation time slashed, and then it will feel much better. Did I not do anything for that heart? Oh no, I actually just disregarded it. There was speed of the hammer, the damage should be so much higher. Yeah, like, it could be slow, and I would be fine with that, but yeah, that damage just needs to, at least in PvE, it just needs to chonk things down. Yeah, just play Power Scourge. Unironically, it's not bad for Corteria. Will I have completed this path without messing anything up?
It's my turn.
You just war claw around the things? Yeah, that just kind of works. What's this pathing pack, you may ask? It's Lady Ellis's pathing pack. How'd that not get that? It literally went right on top of it. we'll circle back. I might be able to get some out this way. Will it get us out of range? Nope, it does not.
Right on target.
Almost there. Yes! No more hearts for this map. Give us a black line key. Nope, very disappointed. Start to use that map completion unpack because of you. It feels so much better than other one you use. I'm so glad to hear that, Osmo. Yeah, I find this one, it just feels so smooth. It's quite uncommon that you actually miss anything on it. It's not particularly rushed, whilst also being quite efficient. So I do really like it. But cool, so in terms of map comp now, we're at 65%. Good, progress has been made. Let's also check the weeklies. We can Cryptus or Bandits and a strike mission. We'll literally do any single strike mission. See if there's anything there. If not, we can just go here on this character and then just do some riffs in the new map. And Sufferance has map comp going. We're at 65% now, so it's not going too bad. Yeah, we just finished off Lowland, not Lowland Shore, I don't know why that came to me. Sparkfly Fen. So we're getting some of the more tedious ones out the way. Let's just see if there's a quick and dirty strike out there for us. Let's go Shiver Peak Pass or Weekly. All welcome. There we go. Let's do that. Like, is it actually quicker me doing that versus just doing riffs? For 50, I honestly think riffs might be quicker. If I don't get a bunch of people by the time I load in, I might just do that. Because, yeah, I think 50... yep. Just 50... Cryptus. Super chill. And especially we can just go in Amnitas as well. Oh, he did some raids with a Recce, and that was fun raids. Group really makes a difference. Hell yeah. Oh, speaking of the Wizards of Vault, your friends keep getting objectives from expansions they bought but haven't gotten to yet, which is annoying. Yeah, I can see how that's annoying. Oh, more peeps here. Good. Schnaffles, how's it going? Stream's been going very, very good. How about yourself? Yeah, we did some Convergence CMs, did all 3 of the Janthir Convergence CMs on NA, got silver in all of them for those that need it. So yeah, it's been a good time. I'm just doing a bit of map completion, finishing off some weeklies to close things out. What are CMs? Challenge mode. So basically hard mode versions of the Convergences. Oh, you had a good PT session at the gym. Was good. Hell yeah, well done the PT session. Oh no! Yeah, I'm sure that has also been done in the past at some point, though I feel like nowadays people are usually at such a level with KP that getting extra accounts just for the KP doesn't really get you too far. Much better to actually buy an extra account for the double Wizard's Vault rewards. That's where the real gold's at.
I have returned to fight at your side.
Did deadlifts, incline bench press, hip thrust, and some core exercises. Damn, that sounds like a really good workout. Core is always a fantastic thing to do. Showing a couple of different ones lately, and honestly they've been very hard to do. That is great. Yeah, like honestly the quality of life benefits you can get from having a decently strong core is like hugely underrated.
Strong.
Is that trying to taunt me? Is that what's going on?
I demand that you release me.
It helps with a lot of other exercise too to keep balance. Yeah, 100%. That one is done. Let's try and kill these. I'm actually more interested in killing the Cryptus than the actual boss there. Where are we at? 88. Yeah, let's honestly do like one more thing. time my heralds go so I don't interrupt my... it's not even interrupt, it's literally overwrite the cast of my passive elements.
Strong.
3 and 3 incursions. Griffin and then do it.
Demons incoming!
No, in hindsight, it would have actually been far quicker, honestly, probably just to solo the Shiver Peaks Pass strike mission. It might actually have been quicker. That's right, honestly, this is far more profitable. If you needed silver for all Janthir Convergence to put a public work, or would you need to join a private group? For the CMs, you'd probably need to do a private group, because in the public, people aren't going to do the CMs more than likely.
I have returned to fight at your side.
The masteries, you don't need CMs. I think you need to at least get silver. There's no mastery tied to gold. Like if you want just the extra mastery points. You might be able to do it. You could probably do it without having to actually complete the... like, get max mastery level without needing to do it. That wouldn't surprise me. Once you're in a CM group though, silver's free. It's actually that one done. Cool. Then we can simply join up on who I can only presume to be Praxis, doing the Lord's work as usual. Like honestly, as well, hang on, where is it? If you ever want to command your own, just literally grab that and save it and paste it in a squad message, and that's basically all you need to actually tell people. To join a private scene group, you also get the mastery. Yes. Oh, you got the Endless Warclaw tonic in a chest. You've won Guild Wars now. Well done. Hell yeah. Okay, so here, what are we getting? We're at the point where a bit of gold would be good. Spirit shards. I don't really care. Actually, getting some skins. Yeah, getting some skins will look pretty... all the Ward Knight stuff is pretty hype, actually. You know what? Let's just... yoink. Yeah, just get it. No consideration. Only obtain. Yeah, we've got kind of everything else good we want from the Wizard's Vault. Because yeah, now we can go like full-on Bloodborne cosplay. Yeah, there you go. What's that? Yeah, it's good. Okay, let's actually check what the Ward Knight stuff looks like. I actually don't mind how the Ward Knight stuff looks. You can always get the Wizard Vault skins. Yeah, they'll eventually go into the Legacy Rewards section where you can still get them, but they will be more expensive. It looks like about 50-ish% more expensive. The Ward Knight stuff is a bit high res than the previous sets. It does look pretty good. But yeah, you can go and get them there. They'll just be a bit more expensive. Oh no, so they look about 20% more expensive. So yeah, there's no rush if you can't get them. So Ward Knight. Let's bring down the center. Yeah, it's a good set. I like it. Perfect. Now is the time to actually tee up a raid. Control C. Let's grab that. Yeah, it's a good set. I like it. Hell yeah, let's go and tee this up. We are going to head on out to Wombat Wazzy right now, who is playing some Guild Wars 2. Looks like they're going to be doing some raids, so let's go show them all love and support that everyone has shown us. And yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening. Thank you to everyone who came along for the Convergence CMs. Had a great time with that. Glad we were able to help PD and friends get the Convergence CMs all done, so they should now have access to all their relics, which is hype. We're going to be back again on Sunday. We are going to do some more Sarah CM progression. Let's see if we can, I don't know, there's a chance I think we could see like 10% phase. I feel like we probably could. That's a thing that might be on the card, so looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out. PK, Floriu, Sufferance, I really appreciate that. Mogains, everyone else who's hung out with us, literally everyone here. Thank you all so much. But yeah, you all take care. We're going to catch you all on Sunday. Yeah, because it's Wednesday today. Good, I've remembered. But beautiful. Have a good time in the meantime. Go check out our YouTube channel as well. We have a whole bunch of build guides there. Got like a new short video coming out as well. Should be probably tomorrow when that should come out. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, you all take care. We're going to catch you all on Sunday. And cheers. If you're struggling with making gold in Guild Wars 2, I've got you covered. Here's exactly how I make enough gold to fund multiple legendaries while still playing all the content that I enjoy. Today we're covering the 6 main ways that I make gold in Guild Wars 2. At the end of the day, gold is everything in Guild Wars 2. It's how you upgrade your gear, buy materials for crafting, and it's how I purchase anything I need from the gem store. Once you learn how to make gold, everything in Guild Wars 2 opens up to you. Right now, I'm in the process of crafting a set of legendary armor and 4 legendary trinkets for my second account. So farming gold has been front of mind for me recently. So today I'm going to be walking you through what I do to make gold, how I get value from all the different currencies I farm, all while still playing the content that I enjoy. Let's dive in. Truly one of the easiest ways to make gold, accessible to all players, especially those with limited playtime, Astral Acclaim and the Wizard's Vault. Now the Wizard's Vault replaced the old daily login system we used to have before Secrets of the Obscure, but it's even more profitable than what came before. By doing simple daily, weekly and special achievements, you'll load yourself up with Astral Acclaim, which you can